Good afternoon, all. We are live. We are on live at Teesside University London Campus. My name is Mohammad Walid Hossain. I'm the founder of BWBS Education Consultants. And today we are going to have a tour in Teesside University London Campus. Teesside University has two campuses. One, the main campus is in Middlesbrough, and there's another campus based in London. Today I'm going to meet with Mr. Matthew, the International Conversion Manager of Teesside University. So he will show you around the whole campus, where he will show you the facilities of the university, faith rooms, the faculties and the classrooms, and there are many other facilities. So we should not delay. I'm going to pass Mr. Matthew. Just have you.
Super. Welcome everybody to our fantastic campus here in East in London, in East London. So this is almost a year old where we are now. In terms of the campus being a campus, Teesside University London Campus. It was opened in September last year, and we've had a really successful year of bringing education to East London from the northeast of England and our links in the northeast. So we are here at Teesside University London, as you can see. So I'll show you around some of the different facilities, give you a little bit of a flavour as to what the campus is all about. And just to note, it is very quiet at the moment, so some of our students do have a break. It is a reading week where they'll be able to catch up on all the different things they've been learning as part of their course. So it's a really good opportunity for us to have an undisrupted view around Teesside University London today. So first of all, this is where you'll be. This is where you'll come in on our reception area for Teesside University London, and where students will come to when they first start classes. The building's all accessible and secured by key cards, and like I say, it's part of the Here East campus, where there are a different number of universities on campus, so it's very much an educational hub, which is in East London, very close to the Olympic Park, and in actual fact, the campus itself is housed in the old press centre from the 2012 Olympic Games. So it's very well connected in terms of to London. It's very well connected in terms of connectivity and Wi-Fi throughout, whether it's the Teesside University London Wi-Fi or if it's the Here East Wi-Fi. But as a result, the legacy of the Olympic Games means that there's a lot of investment in this part of London. So lots of small to medium-sized enterprises have taken Here East as their home, and consequently a lot of our students will have interactions and have the opportunity to do internships, part-time work, sometimes even get offered jobs from students here at Here East, which is fantastic to see. Sorry, Wally.
Yeah, let me tell about our consultancy. We are BWBS Education Consultants. We have multiple branch offices around the world, and our head office is based in London. And we are the direct partner of Teesside University for Middlesbrough and London Campus. And also we have 150 plus other country universities. We include students, international students for USA, Canada, Australia, Germany, and in other European countries. Teesside is one of our valued partner. So today we are going to show everything. Right.
Fantastic. So as Walid mentions, Teesside University London is part of the wider Teesside University group. We have our campus up in the northeast of England, in Middlesbrough, the main campus, and also Darlington. So the main campus, as we call it, in Middlesbrough, is home to a series of a number of different, a wide portfolio of courses and subject areas. Here in London, it's a very specific area of subjects that we have, so computer science, computer animation courses at both undergraduate and postgraduate levels, and also business. And I think being here on Here East with all the different companies available to you, and the small community that we have on campus, it's a really great place to be in that creative part of London, which is nice to see.
So this is the student common area, like where all the students gather together after their class.
That's right. So as I mentioned, the campus is not even a year old yet. So we've actually had this new bits of furniture just installed this week, I believe. And then we've got these different high-top tables. So as we welcome more students, both home and international, to the campus, obviously we need to make sure that we accommodate all those students on campus to ensure they have a fantastic experience. And then if they're waiting in between classes, if they want to do some study, if they want to socialise, then there is space for them to do that in this common area, as you've mentioned there.
Yeah, it's just all area I can see is very modern facilities. I can see the chairs, this area is very cozy.
Very cozy.
Very modern. And we can show around the auditorium.
So when Walid and I were here at the campus last, it was a shell of a place. It was just an empty building, but with the investment which the university's made, it now houses and is home to some fantastic facilities. I'll just lead you through to our auditorium area, which is just here in the centre of the campus. This is one of our sort of multifunctional lecture spaces which students can have access to. We do different social activities here, but also some of the bigger lectures. Our Students' Union, which is represented in the main campus, Teesside University, also has representation here and puts on different events as well. So lots of different opportunities for students here at the campus as well. Yeah. And we do have Kathryn Elliott, who's our head of partnerships for Teesside University London. So I'd like to introduce Kathryn to speak to you as part of this Facebook Live, and to go through some of the different facilities and some of the key selling points for Teesside University London.
Yeah, let's just go there, so we can start talking about it. So those of you who haven't seen me, this is Bashir Ahmed, co-founder of BWBS Education Consultants here at London. So we have Kathryn with us. Kathryn's going to introduce herself and then we carry forward.
Hi, yes, my name is Kathryn Elliott. I'm Head of Partnerships here at Teesside University London, and I'll just tell you a little bit about some of the courses that we offer here and the delivery model that we have, as well as some of the support that we have in place for all of our students here. So the courses that we offer here at Teesside University London, it's a relatively small portfolio of courses, certainly compared to our main campus, but they've been very carefully targeted in terms of the courses that we've chosen. And they cover three main areas. So the first area that we cover is computer games and animation courses. The second area is computer science, and the third area is business. And the reason that we've chosen these courses is because it's based on things that Teesside University London do really, really well. But it's also based on skills needs and skills gaps in London, and things that employers have told us where there need to be more specially trained graduates in these areas. So that's why we picked those particular courses. And we offer a range of courses across those areas. So at undergraduate level we have 9 different course titles. So we have 2 business courses. We have business management and international business management. Across the games and animation area we have animation, visual effects, we've got games art, games design and games development. And across the computer science area we have computer science, and we also have information and cyber security. And then at postgraduate level we're also covering courses in those areas as well. So we have a Masters in Business Management, we also have a Specialist in Marketing Masters course that we offer. We have a Masters in Visual Effects and Animation, and then we also have a Masters in Cybersecurity, Data Science and FinTech as well. So we offer a range of different courses for our students. They are proving very popular with our international students. And our delivery model is also slightly different. So it's slightly different to how other universities generally offer courses, and it's also slightly different to how our Middlesbrough campus offers courses as well. So we have, all of our students are on campus for 2 days per week. Those are the same 2 days throughout the duration of your course. So it might be a Monday and Tuesday, it might be a Thursday and Friday. And you'd be on campus for sort of 2 intensive days, 9:30 till 4:30 for both of those days. And the reason that we've done our courses that way is so that students who are living a bit further out, which we recognise that quite a lot of our students do want to live away from central London, means they only have to travel into central London twice a week, which obviously saves on travel costs. It also allows for students who may need or want to get a part-time job to be able to do that. And it also just means that you can really sort of focus your studies, so you know that you're going to be on campus for 2 days a week, and you can plan your time the rest of the weeks of how you want to do that. In addition to the 2 days a week on campus, you only study one module at a time. So you study in 6-week blocks, and you're studying one subject, which again gives you the opportunity to really focus on that one subject area for those 6 weeks. And all of the learning that you need for that particular module is contained within that 6-week block, including all of the assessment. So traditionally at university you might study 3 or 4 modules at a time, and then you have an exam period at the end of that. It's not how it works here at Teesside University London. You do that one 6-week module, includes the assessment, and then you have 30 credits under your belt before you take a week's break, and then you start again for the next module. So it's quite a different way of doing things, but the feedback from our current students is that it really works for them. They really enjoy studying in this way. They enjoy being on campus for 2 days a week. They enjoy the fact that they can study in a 6-week block, one module at a time. And also embedded into all of our modules as well, so it doesn't matter what you're studying, is what we call our core curriculum. So these are the softer skills, things that employers often tell universities that graduates aren't so good at. So as well as getting your technical skills in your degree, you're also learning things like how to work really well as part of a team, how to communicate effectively, how to solve problems, and that's wrapped around every single course, and it's worth 20% of the mark of every module. You also get to study alongside students in all disciplines in the core curriculum, which again is quite unique. Usually when you're at university you only study alongside people doing the courses that you're doing. So it gives you a real opportunity. If you're a business student, you're actually studying alongside computer science students, games students, and you're getting that really unique and different perspective. So again, that's something that's quite different about the courses that we offer, that we have that core curriculum sort of wrapped around everything that you do. Your student experience, sort of broader experience aside from your academic studies, is also really important to us. So we have a team of great sort of student assistants on hand to help you with any queries or issues that you might have while you're at university. And this could be anything from if you need disability support, any sort of financial advice, help with finding accommodation, all of those things we have people on hand to support you with. And also, although we're a small campus here, we still have a range of activities for students to get involved in. We have regular movie nights, games nights, lots and lots of activities for students to get involved in. And where we can't have the traditional student societies that you might have in a larger university, if students are interested in a particular sport or activity, we're very well connected, so we can point you in the right direction of where you might be able to join a particular team or go and do a particular activity that you want to do. And of course, being based in Stratford, in East London, we're very close to one of the largest shopping centres in Europe, Westfield, so there's lots of opportunities for students to get really fully involved in sort of London life and the culture and everything that London has to offer.
Great, thank you.
Bashir, have you checked the mic is okay?
Yeah, the mic is okay. Yeah. So basically, it's very good to hear that the students will have the sports facilities, movie nights, games nights, and shopping opportunities, because the campus is located in such a place where you get access to literally everything you want alongside your studies. Just to add here about the courses, because Kathryn has covered most of the courses that are offered here in Teesside London Campus, but there are more courses available at the main campus, which is in Middlesbrough as well.
That's right, yeah.
So if you can talk about
so our main campus, we continue to invest in the main campus and its facilities.
That's right.
So in April next year, our new digital life building, and our biggest single largest investment the university's made on a building, on infrastructure, will be open. So that is going to house some fantastic animation facilities, and we'll support our School of Arts and Creative Industries. I'll have an auditorium. So that mimics some of the other investments that we've made. For example, our BIOS building is home to health science facilities, whether it's nursing or biomedical science. We're exploring medical facilities. We have some dentistry courses and a full suite of different health provision that we offer students, from cryotherapy through to physiotherapy, which is becoming very much more popular internationally. In addition to what we have offer here at the London campus, we also have a wide range of business programs in our Phoenix building and the main campus, from MBA, for international business management, to some of our undergraduate programs, which tend to be sort of like most popular. Lots of engineering facilities in our Esteemed building, so certified engineering courses and civil engineering, through to electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, some fantastic facilities that we have on the main campus as well. Just outside of our Middlesbrough campus, in Middlesbrough, but a little bit outside the city centre, we have our Net Zero Centre. So the university actually specialises in net zero, green energy, sustainable energy, and that's part of a wider sort of push from the North East region, from the Tees Valley, to be a real leader in green energy, and in attracting some of the biggest companies in the world to come, including BP, to come and base themselves in the Tees Valley. So the university is very much working with industry, but also working with government organisations. We've had visits from the South African government, a recent university from the States, from the United States of America, we started to work and collaborate with. So very much a specialism there, which we continue to boost with research projects, for example, as well. We have our engineering facilities I mentioned. We've got our School of Social Sciences, Humanities and Law. So we have law provision, criminology, which is very much a specialist area in sociology, lots of different facilities that help students to gain the experience at university, which will help them in the real world. For example, our law clinic, where students will be able to work on live cases in the community. So with all of our courses, not just here in London, but also our main campus, we very much like to bridge the academia with the real working world and real sort of business environment, to make sure that they've got the skills for business, and to make sure that we as an institution give the skills, like Kathryn mentioned, in terms of the skills gap here in London, the skills which employers are looking for, which of course will help to boost our employability as well. So a wide range of courses, and there's courses which I'm sure I've missed out on, which my colleagues will no doubt mention to me, but yeah, we do have a wide range of facilities and courses and subject areas at our main campus as well.
Right, great. So should we continue showing
Yeah.
the viewers the facilities
should
and
do.
other parts of the campus?
So as I mentioned, we do have other facilities that we have at the university as well. Lots of different classroom facilities, which I will show you here. So you can see from how this is being decked out, how this is being refurbished, but this is
beautiful.
Brand new facilities which we have. So this is an example of a seminar room, multifunctional as you can see. So this is currently theatre style, but we also have the desks here which can be tucked away and brought out if we're doing something like classroom work, which requires like group work and therefore tables and chairs. We will show you some of our computing facilities as well. We do have a range of different ways that students can learn on campus. So, for example, students might choose to come on campus with their laptop facility, or we do have a facility where students can borrow a laptop as well. So this is an example of our laptop bank, our lap-safe lockers, where students can, if they need a laptop, they can access that and they can work on campus if some of the stationary personal computers, which I'll show you this way, aren't aren't available. So this is an example of one of our computing labs and computing rooms. Again, new facilities. We have the sort of bifold partition as well. So this facility can actually hold a classroom size of, let's say, 50 students, or if it's a larger class, then you can extend it out, and then you can ensure that 100 people can be in this class. And with the computer science courses, animation courses, it's really important we have these facilities on campus for students to look at a project together, which I think is really important.
So there is a divider here. There's more space on the other side.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can see that. Like, there are a
So
lot.
if you just follow it through, and then we can go on the other way on the left hand side. But yeah, these dividers, they're just bring them around here. Okay,
That's
so,
an open space.
yeah.
Okay.
And these are actually whiteboards as well, which you can use if you want to
Right.
draw them. So yeah, lots of different facilities which students can have access to.
Everything is a newly sophisticated system. I can see that. It's really
It is
amazing. Now students will be privileged.
I think we'll be very impressed. But I think one of the things to mention, which we were discussing before, is that it's not just the hardware which we have on campus and the laptop facilities which you can rent, but it's very much what's behind the scenes. So when you are a student here, you'll be given an IT account, and then you can log into the university's IT platforms, and you can go into the virtual learning environment, is what we call it. And then students can access information from their seminars or from their lectures online, but they can also access a wide range of materials like e-journals, like journals from different publishers.
E-library they have.
Articles, e-libraries, a whole wide range of very specific, bespoke to obviously the different subject areas that we have here at Teesside University London, but you know, a whole plethora of different journals and different publications which students can have access to.
You know, the conventional library system now, you know, every university is coming out from there because, you know, it saves a lot of space, plus there will be a lot of resources they can keep in one small
absolutely.
area. So.
I mean, we can see from the refurbishment we have had recently at our main campus in the library. Libraries are very different now, a different space to perhaps what they used to be. So the library facilities that we've put into our new campus, our new library in the main campus, are very much focused around cooperative learning and social spaces, so students can come to the library, and obviously there's different ways of learning. So on that, the cooperative learning might be on the first floor, but on the second floor you might have silent space. On the third floor you might have space for postgraduate students, because they might learn differently to perhaps what undergraduate students do when they're doing the thesis or the dissertation. So yeah, lots of different spaces for students, lots of social spaces, and it's not really a shush environment now, libraries. It's very much it replicates what's perhaps an office space might be, and especially in the creative industries that we have here on Here East, and the animation studios that we have close by. We've got Sports Interactive, who are a company very famed for the Football Manager game, for example, and Championship Manager back in the day. The spaces, you go into their offices, and it's open spaces, lots of collaboration, lots of social spaces like ping pong or snooker or like PlayStations, and that really allows a different sort of learning and a different sort of a way to collaborate on projects and obviously drive projects forward as a result. No one working in silo, which I think is very important. So we have replicated that in our campus spaces here as well.
Great.
Super.
So shall we, are we going to cover...
They have also a multi-faith room that is also
Let's,
really attracted me.
Let's complete the campus tour.
Oh yeah, sure.
What I'll show you now is the multi-faith room. I'll show you some of the different facilities that we have on campus as well, and just like the wider campus facilities. And I'll also show you the fantastic outdoor space and outside space we have, which you can really see where we are in London, because yeah, there's lots of notable things to see from the balcony outdoor space. So this is the multi-faith room. Obviously, students of different faiths can use that as and when they wish to, when they're on campus. And these these spaces very much replicate what we have you've seen in other parts of the campus, but
Wow.
lots of different
Lots of spaces.
learning space.
Lots of learning spaces, yeah? Wow.
So we'll
We
just
have some more lecture rooms here, right?
yeah. So these are my lecture rooms and seminar spaces. We actually have our boardroom as well. So when members of the University of the Main Campus come down to our London campus, they have a space to meet as well. And then we have different meeting spaces for the students. We are using these spaces today as like training facilities for staff because it is a breakout week for students in between modules. But yeah, it just demonstrates how multifaceted, multifunctional some of the spaces are, which is good. I just want to show you before we go into the outdoor space. This is very much a nod to the northeast of England and the roots which we have in the northeast in Middlesbrough and the Tees Valley region. So we've got lots of different landmarks from the northeast, whether it's the viaduct in Yarm or the vertical pier at Redcar. We also have the Roseby Topping mural, which is part of the I suppose very iconic landmark in the northeast and very close to our campus. We have the seaside, not too far away in Salford and Redcar, and these are like the beach huts that we have there. Gisborough Priory, Salford Pier, and then a repeat. So very much the roots of the university's campus are very much at the heart of what we do here in London as well. This is again some facilities. It's very quiet today, obviously. No students are about, but when it does, when students are in class and in between classes, it's very important that students do have space to work, space to catch up on modules or catch up on seminars or just catch up with fellow course mates. So these spaces are really, really important for when students are doing that. So it looks like they're not utilised now, but believe me, they are utilised.
Yeah, a lot of people
students on
might be
campus.
wondering where the students are. Today is not a day when they have classes. Okay?
That's correct, yeah. So, like Kathryn mentioned, we have the different modules and 6-week block teaching. So we're in between those teaching blocks. So students have had their assessment of different teaching blocks from their associated course. This is a break week, and then next week they'll go on to the next module to tackle the next 30 credits as part of their programme.
Right, okay. We're going to show outside
We're
view
going
of
to show
the
that
campus.
outdoor view. So we're hoping that the Wi-Fi is okay going out, but we'd love to show you the outdoor space that we have here because it's such an iconic view, I think, that we have. So as I mentioned, this is the campus used to be part of the
Wow.
site. So we have the concept here. We have the ArcelorMittal Tower, which is just one of the iconic sort of views and viewing towers of the Olympic Park. Just panning right, in the distance we have Canary Wharf, which is obviously an iconic part of London's skyline. And then in the distance over here we have the City of London. So we have the Shard, which you can sort of see in the distance. It's a little bit. We have St Mary's Apse, which is like the Gallagher building, and we have the City of London here. But it really is a fantastic space, and again, students can come out here. We have the wonderful cherry trees. We have our neighbours, Sports Interactive, on the other side of the fence here, and it's a fantastic space which students can take advantage of, and really extends the footprint of the campus. One of the reasons why the university chose it is for this space, because we have two sides of Pier East. We have the other side, which doesn't have the canal view. We have this side which has the canal view and has the veranda and the balcony space.
Show the canal.
We have the River Lee here, I believe.
Yeah, this is River Lee.
The Lee Valley, of course, which is part again of the London Olympic facilities. We have a footpath which takes you all the way down
To Hackney and maybe...
and then all the way through to the London Stadium here. But you're very well connected. You have Hackney Wick tube station, which is the closest tube station, but very much down the road, which is how I got here from the northeast of England this morning, is Stratford International. So you have one of the sort of legacies of the Olympics was a bullet, a javelin train from King's Cross St Pancras Station to take you straight here to Olympic Park in I think 10 minutes or something like that. So it's really easy access to obviously other parts of London, but also other parts of the UK. You know, I came here, dotted off from the northeast of England in 4 hours, which is fantastic. You've also got different like social sort of spaces and communities. So you've got like lots of different restaurants and gyms, private gyms downstairs here as part of like the community of Here East. We've also got Hackney Wick food market, which is just down here, which has food from all 4 corners of the world, and it's a really nice environment to be in if you want to go there at lunchtime, or if you want to go after studies. That's what students can have access to. And like Kathryn mentioned, you've got a free campus bus service to Westfield Shopping Centre and also Stratford International transportation hub. So yeah, lots of connectivity to different parts of London, and it's a really fun and vibrant community, I think, here in East London.
From the international students' point of view, the campus is well connected to majority stations, and because Stratford International is the closest one. Then you have the bus connected from Stratford to here, which is a free service offered, and then you have also Hackney Wick station, which is also close. It's very conveniently closely located from the stations, or the tube stations, bus stations. So it's very easy for the students to commute to the campus. Right.
The funniest thing, I want to see the cherry. Wow.
The cherry tree, yeah.
Look, this is student can have cherry, fresh cherry. Look, I'm getting a fresh cherry.
I wouldn't eat it just yet. Maybe a couple more weeks.
That's the cherry for you.
Yeah, there's a fresh cherry everywhere. Yeah, free. Yeah, cherry picking.
That's good. So, is there anything else you want to do?
I think that's yeah, let's go to the Q&A. I think just a note on the campus. We do have lots of different companies and lots of different business engagement as a result here on campus. So, when I've taken part in international student forums, where I've spoken to a variety of different students from all across the world, from South Asia, Africa, for example, and they really talk about the flexibility that they have here on campus. 2 days a week, and then do whatever it's working, obviously making sure they don't exceed any visa restrictions and working hours. Students have the opportunity to link in with business here, and it does feel like it's a vibrant community feel, not just in our student population here at Teesside University London, but also in the wider Here East community. And I think that's really important when students come from one side of the world to the other. They want to make sure that it's important for them that they're part of something, they're part of the community, and they can make friends and make acquaintances really easy for them.
Let's start Q&A.
Mind your head.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we have lots of questions from the viewers. I will go on to the session and see what we have from the students or the viewers. available. We have covered, London Campus and Middlesbrough Campus together. They cover literally any sort of course or discipline that you would like to study. Can you talk about tuition fees and scholarships?
Yeah, so we have very much affordable tuition fees at both campuses. One of the benefits of the main campus is that it is very affordable to study in terms of tuition fees, but also affordable in terms of living costs in the northeast of England, which is really positive. We try and replicate that here as well. So affordable fees, and it does depend if you're undergraduate or postgraduate. But we also have a suite of scholarships as well for both campuses. So I'll talk through some of the scholarship portfolio that we have at the moment. So we have, and it is extremely competitive. We do have a number of, a wide range of interest in scholarships, as I'm sure you can appreciate. This will differ for each year as well. So for the September and January, September 2024 and January 2025 intakes here at the London campus, but also at the main campus. These are the following scholarships that we have available. So we have the Vice Chancellor Scholarship, which is £7,000. We have a Global X, and there is limited availability on that, as I'm sure you appreciate. It's 30 spaces available. There is an application process which is closed for September students, but it is reopening for January students, and there is some spaces, a small number of spaces available for January courses. We also have the Global Excellence Scholarship, so that's open. There's no restrictions on nationality. And it's an automatic scholarship in the sense that you don't need to apply for it. Again, there's limited spaces. It's very competitive. We have thousands of applications to the university across both campuses, but you don't need to apply for it. So we will look at criteria of applicants. We try and diversify the student population as much as possible in terms of subject area, nationality. We work with a number of different partners, so we have to make sure that we diversify what partners we'll get as well, and using it as a conversion tool, because obviously some students might not want to, might have different options available and different offers available, of coming to the UK or further afield. They might want to go to the US, Canada, Australia, wherever. We work in markets where we have large, high volumes of applications, and we use it as a conversion tool in those areas to try and encourage students to come. Which brings me on to other scholarships. We also have the ASEAN Scholarship, which is limited availability for nationalities in the Southeast Asia region, and we also have the Africa Scholarship as well, Africa Excellence Scholarship, which again, students from Africa, and it's detailed on both the main campus website and the TU London website, Teesside University London website, the nationalities and the domicile of students who would be eligible, and those are both £2,000 discounts. So in terms of the scholarships, they would be used as fee waivers, and if you're identified as a scholarship student, and you accept it, and you meet the criteria in terms of paying a deposit, usually £4,000, and firming up your offer, then that's when we can apply it onto your account, and you'll see that reflected on your offer letter, on our application portal, but also the fees owed to the university. And what I would like to mention as well is that we've had lots of feedback from students in terms of the instalment options that we have available. So for the September intake, so September 2024 and January 2025, at both TU and TU London, we have 5 instalments available for students, and that is detailed on our regulations page, of details of which I can share with the team here, with Bashir and Walid. So that is after scholarship, after the deposit as well. So students will need to pay the deposit, and then on enrolment you'll have the option to pay your fees in full, paying 3 instalments or paying 5 instalments. So it does allow students that flexibility to pay their fees, which I think is really appreciated in this current environment.
So the install, because someone is asking about from Nigeria, what are the installment options available for students, which you have covered.
Yeah.
Now, the installments are evenly spread, or how does it work?
So it's evenly spread. So it is the dates, specific dates, are on the university's website in the regulations page. Any applicant for for September 2024 for both at the main campus and Teesside University London have been emailed, and we endeavour to replicate that for the January students as well, and any other cohorts. Will be emailed with the specific dates and a link to the instalment regulation page on our website as well. So yeah, students, and it includes Nigeria, have the option to pay a deposit, and then the remaining balance can be spread either in one payment. Obviously, that would be our preference, but one payment, 3 payments, or 5 payments of equal parts, which I think is very reasonable.
So, second question: wonderful space to enjoy the nature. Someone is saying.
Very good. No, that's really good feedback. And I would like to say that the weather is a lot better than it is today. It's a little bit windy, it's a bit overcast, but I've been down here when the skies are blue, the sun is beating down, and it's a really beautiful space to spend time on the veranda, on the balcony here.
Yeah, you can never complain about British weather. So,
No.
you know.
You just have to be prepared.
That's it. Yeah, beautiful campus. And we're saying, okay, which banks for financial statements are being accepted at Teesside University, as in circulating news that universities are accepting bank statements from selected banks in Pakistan.
Okay, I'll be quite honest, I don't have the specifics on that one, but what I can do is share the details of our office. We do have an office in Lahore in Pakistan, and the details of which Saeed, who is our in-country manager, he can certainly give anybody who wants that advice and details on which banks that we would accept. Yeah, so we do put in, depending on what is happening in market, taking into consideration things like visa refusals from students from particular regions coming to the UK. We might make some changes if we see trends or certain activity happening in certain countries. So we will be proactive with our students to make sure that they don't go down this route, and they don't go into any difficulties when applying for the visa. So to safeguard that, we will provide information about which banks to use in some areas. So yeah, Saeed, our in-country manager, can certainly help with that, and I'd be happy to share the details, but the details are also on the university's main website as well.
Okay. Is that Saeed and Zaim? I think the two.
That's correct. Yeah.
Pakistan. Yeah, we're in touch with our
Oh, brilliant.
Pakistan team. Is in touch with them.
Super.
Yeah, so fantastic. Next question: are HND and third class students considered from Nigeria? So
I would say that it's unlikely. It depends which institution that they've studied at. It depends obviously what course they're coming onto. So, for example, if it's a higher H&D, level 7, for example, and they want to come onto a course midway, or level 3 and they want to do like the 3rd year, then we might consider them as an example. But obviously, it would depend on where from. So I think that would, by all means, make the application. Again, we do have some in-country expertise with our West Africa office, who would be able to advise specifically on that. But I'd say there's no harm in making that application, and it would be assessed by our international admissions team. But I'd say, generally speaking, we probably wouldn't take third class in most of our classes.
okay. I think that the African team, our BWBS Nigeria office, is in connection with Vivian and
Joma from our
Nigeria. Yeah. So it depends actually. HND and third class, there's no straight answer to that. It all depends on the profile, the work experience, and stuff like that. So we can help you with these sort of queries and help you making applications and being successful in getting accepted. So get in touch with us. We have an office in Nigeria, in Lagos, Ikeja. We can help you with these type of queries. So the next question someone said expecting some cherries from the campus.
Somewhat, sorry.
Some
Cherries. Yeah, we'll have to do some cherry recipes or something. We'll have a glut of cherries in late summer.
In fact, it's really sweet.
If
I tasted.
you tried it.
I tasted one. It's sweet.
He's already tried.
If Walid doesn't eat them all by the time you get here.
So the next question: do you have any conversion courses?
We do have conversion courses. I'm not sure if there's a list on our website of the conversion programs, but we would, as you've mentioned there, Bashir, we do have some courses where we would have to consider, like previous experience, but also I think it's really important for conversion courses of what your intentions are from that program. Why you want to convert from, let's say, if your previous work experiences in business and you want to convert to psychology, social science, and along those lines, it would be your justification on that, because what we'd need to make sure is that you have a strong justification. If we as an institution, a sponsoring institution, are going to put you forward for a visa to come to the UK, we need to make sure that we sort of would agree and support your justification if you're converting. So make sure you do your research, make sure you state why you want to convert, and why and what you want to get and gain out of that course which you're converting onto. So career prospects, aspirations would be really useful to include in your personal statement.
Right. So it depends, and also the personal statement is a major thing, and we can guide all the students from anywhere in the world on how to write a good personal statement, because that improves the possibility of getting accepted and shows the intent.
And I think just a final point on that is that if students shouldn't be looking necessarily at conversion programs, you should have an idea about what you want to do, and then have a look on our course pages on our website. Have a look at different. Let's assume that you're doing postgraduate study. Have a look at the different courses and have a look at the entry requirements, because it is quite clear on our website what we would take. And when it looks at work experience, and it usually notes down if it's a conversion program, that's usually a good indicator of if we do accept students from particular backgrounds. But I always say make the application. If your personal statement and justification stands up to us, then we can happily provide you an offer on that particular program.
Okay. So the next question is: do you offer industrial chemistry related courses? I think the main campus maybe.
We do like chemical engineering, for example. I'm not completely. We have different programs which require chemistry in order to, or the science disciplines in order to go into like biomedical science, for example. But I don't, off the top of my head, I don't think we have anything. But again, it would be on our website, and I can certainly provide information after a quick Google search to see what different disciplines we have in that area.
Someone is saying audio is very low. I don't know, my phone is working. You have to go.
Yeah, I noticed it long ago.
Your volume.
Everything is up.
Okay. Right. The next question is: do you accept matured students with long years of work experience? So basically, students who have completed their last qualification a long time ago, but they've been working and they have solid work experience.
I think again it comes down to profile, like you mentioned before, Bashir. Similar answer. We'd want to make sure that you've got good work experience, like you say, being in work, and one of the reasons why you're out of study is because you're working, and that would be a strong enough justification in order to back and support any application, any visa application, which we go through to the Home Office in the UK. So I would say that would be fine. Obviously, it would depend on profile. It would depend on what your work experience is. It would have to usually be a strong justification. Would have to be in a relevant field, is what we would say, and a relevant level, and it would sort of make sure that it aligns with the postgraduate course that you want to go on to. So I'd say yes, but again, it would come down to profile. It would come down to the individual circumstances of the students.
Okay, so are you accepting students from every province of Pakistan, or is there any restriction? I think these sort of questions we can sort these things out, or advise you based on your profile and dealing with Pakistan Teesside team. We also have an office in Pakistan, like I mentioned, in Lahore. So if you want to get in touch with our Lahore office, we can also help you from the UK office here, which is the head office in London. So we can tell you after looking at your profile, because it all depends. Some regions, I mean, not only in Pakistan, in India as well, some regions are considered to be high risk. So similar thing goes for Pakistan. So it depends on where the student has been from their high school qualification till now, and whether the university that they've studied in is considered to be high or low risk. It doesn't depend on the region, it's actually university. Also, the region is also an important thing, but this sort of specific questions we can answer once we have seen your full profile, and then in connection with the Teesside Pakistan office, we can give you specific advice. Next question: can students from different background apply for pre-registration nursing? So nursing, I think, on the course page it says relevant background is needed.
Yeah,
so
I would say so. So again, if it's BSc level, we have to make sure that you've got the relevant like science-based subjects and any work experience, because if we were looking beyond subject areas, we'd also be looking at any extracurricular voluntary work, which would allow us to justify that you want to go into that area. I think would be sensible, because for nursing, someone who hasn't got that relevant experience, hasn't done any sort of working with charities, or hasn't got any subject area, hasn't got any relevant subject area qualifications, again it would be tricky to justify why that student wanted to go into nursing.
Case by case basis.
Case by case, I would say that's probably the fairest thing to say.
So don't think you're not going to be accepted. Case by case basis. So there's no harm in trying.
Exactly.
So
and I think it's also, if we do receive an application from you for nursing, but we look at your profile, look at the different work experience you've done, and let's say it fits another of our subject areas, and we can also we can recommend another course to go on to, which I think is a strength. So, but please make the application, and we can assess it, and we can tell you if it's a yes, a maybe, or if it's a no, not on this occasion.
Okay. Someone's asking about English language test. There are various different types of online tests available. So someone is asking if Duolingo is accepted.
We wouldn't accept Duolingo. We are in the process, I believe, of looking at IELTS online, but I don't think that's officially signed off. There's a full list on our website of English language tests that we do accept. There's also the Teesside University English language test as well. So there's lots of different options available, and that will differ per region across as well. But yeah, I would say if you look at our website, it'll tell you all the different English language that we will accept. And obviously IELTS is very much the backstop in terms of we definitely accept IELTS, so that's always a good thing to book a test as soon as possible.
Yeah, there are lots of English language waivers also available based on the nationality and qualifications. For example, if you're from Nigeria, a YA or NECO C6 will waive you off probably. But we can look into the entry requirements and communicate with the Teesside admissions team, and then get back to you on the specific queries. But online test Duolingo is not accepted, but they do have Teesside University's own English language test. Do you know how to book this test? I'm sure this is free test.
Yeah,
the process?
The information is available online. We would work with our English language centre to see where the demand is from. So, for example, if you're from an area of India, for example, like Delhi, and we have a number of students who have requested English language test in that area, then we might decide to send a member of the team to come and test. But there's different, there's a variety of different models that we can look at depending on what you want, where you're located, what your nationality is. So yeah, please have a look at our website. There's lots of information about the test on there and our English language centre. And it's also worth mentioning as well, beyond the entry requirements, we also have pre-sessional English. So let's say if you've got below the requirements are usually 6 overall in IELTS, then we do have the pre-sessional English course, which is online, available. We also have the in-sessional English, which is free for our students, and also an English language cafe, which international students can come onto after enrolment and practice English together, which I think is a really strong part of sort of the community of Teesside, always endeavouring to improve English language from here.
Okay, so is there any research master's programs available in London campus?
There is no research available here at London campus, just master's programs.
But main campus do have.
Main campus we do have research.
Middlesbrough.
Yeah. So again, information is online, specific areas, but we do have a number of different specialist areas of research. I mentioned one before, just around green energy, health as well. Yeah, lots of different areas of focus which we are looking at as an institution.
Okay. I think
I will ask some questions. Let's come. There's only 2-3 questions.
Ask 2-3 questions. Okay, great. I think better to hold it.
So, Matthew, recently we're receiving some student query. They are government funded students, like say from students from Nigeria, government funded, or any company sponsored students, and also there are various countries. So any students will come from the government funded facilities or excuse me. So would you accept them?
We obviously need like proof of the funding. There are certain funding organisations and bodies that we would accept. You know, the Ontario OSAP funding from Canada, for example, the Kuwait Cultural Office funding for Kuwaiti students is some of the ones we've looked at previously. So it would depend if we've received students from like certain funding bodies before. If we you know, have had, you know, a good experience from that funding body, then they will be on our official list. So that is housed with our international admissions team. So again, it would depend on what the funding is, for example.
Okay, and how many students do you have in Middlesbrough, and is it mixed or very diverse?
So we have around it depends what we're looking at in terms of like students on campus. We have around 3,000 to 4,000 students on campus in Teesside. We have globally 20,000 students or learners, which is across the main campus. We've got our London campus, of course. We've got some Teesside University distance learning courses and online studies. We've got our global partner network as well, which we're extremely proud of, where Teesside University courses are taught in different countries across the world. So yeah, we do have a large network, a large sort of body of students, lots of experience, and over 100 different nationalities of students who've gone through and passed graduation with Teesside University. So on campus now, I would say that we do have a large proportion of international students. So as a result, we're very much geared up for international students. So whether that's English language support, if it's assistance with like well-being, if it's the multi-faith facilities on campus, if it's the different like catering options, whether it's halal provision or different you know, tastes. For example, we've introduced jollof rice and plantain on the main campus in our menus because of feedback from students. So we're always we've got international students at the heart of what we do here at Teesside University, both main campus and in London. We're very experienced of dealing with international students. We're constantly listening to feedback from international students in terms of what they want from the university. For example, when we expanded from our recent 3 instalments to now 5 instalments for September 2024 students, these are sort of things which we are constantly bettering, I think, for international students. So, yeah, very diverse population and cohorts to answer your question.
Thank you. And what is the application turnaround time? Like, students have to wait for long
I would say
to get the offer letter?
we have different peak periods throughout the year. So this may differ. It may differ from regions which have peak periods as well. But I would say that you should be looking no more than 10 working days to receive an offer from Teesside University. If you can make the application online, you can make it through value partners that we have through that network. So as soon as the application is submitted and we have all the information you receive, then I would say that the offer I would say 10 days is no more than 10 days is the area we're looking at in terms of offer timelines.
By the way, we can prioritize the students and we can fast track the offer letter from the Teesside University. So the application turnaround time is understandable. Well, I think we have pretty much covered a lot of things. Yes, so you say something about our agency that towards the student that they should apply through our agency.
One of the reasons why you should use BWBS education consultants is because the value partners of the university, they've taken the time to come on campus today and really get to know Teesside University London, to see the facilities, to see for yourself what it's like to be here and to study as a student here, and the different community and social elements of being a student here at Teesside University London. We work very closely with the agency in terms of our overseas offices. So whether it's our office in Pakistan, India, Nigeria, we have different offices globally in Dubai, in Southeast Asia, for example, in Malaysia. So we work very closely with our overseas teams, but also our team in the UK, which is really important. So when we work with our value partner network, we make sure that the latest information gets to them about what's happening in the UK. So, for example, when the graduate visa route was confirmed that it's going to stay in its current state, that information was distributed to the network and our value partner network. So, yeah, I would say number one, very close links with the university and our overseas office and UK network. But number two, have the experience working with international students from across the globe, and can certainly listen to what your needs are as a student, and can locate you and to get a live offer from a UK institution, hopefully Teesside University, which meets the criteria for you as a student and meets your needs and aspirations.
Bashir, do you want to add any remark?
Yeah, let's just conclude. So basically, we have tried to keep the session below an hour, but it has gone over an hour, and lots of questions. I can still see the questions coming in. What is the class size? Many more questions. I mean, obviously you can keep these questions in comments, and then our digital team will respond back to you, because we cannot keep on going forever. although we want to.
Of course.
But
Lots more to say.
yeah, yeah. And Teesside University is one of our closest partner universities. There are a limited number of agents working for Teesside London Campus. So we are one of those agents who work very closely with Teesside University's all campuses. So if you have any query, if you are planning to come to UK, definitely we as BWBS education consultants would recommend Teesside University for you because they have wide range of courses. Tuition fees is reasonable, scholarship opportunities are there, English language waivers available, campuses in Middlesbrough and also in London, which is very conveniently located. And most importantly, you will get all the support because we have branch offices in South Asia, Africa, precisely in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Nigeria, where Teesside University also has their presence. So our admissions team and branch offices work very closely with the regional teams of Teesside University, so you will get the best support. So that's it from me, and thank you very much for watching this live broadcast. And any questions, any queries, feel free to reach out to us via comment or email or phone call, WhatsApp. Everything is there. We're here to help you. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so the website is www.bwbsedu.com, and email address of the head office is admission@bwbsedu.com. Matthew, closing remark.
We'd love to see you in Teesside University, whether it's at our main campus in Middlesbrough and Darlington or our London campus. We absolutely love to see you very soon, hopefully in 2024. If not, 2025 onwards, we'd love to have you. So best of luck with the application, and thank you very much for tuning in today on this Facebook Live broadcast.
Thank you. Bye bye, guys.